The Gospel according to St. John, chapter 20, verses 1 to 9. On the first day of the week, Mary of Magdala came to the tomb early in the morning, while it was still dark, and saw the stone removed from the tomb. So she ran and went to Simon Peter, and to the other disciple whom Jesus loved, and told them, "They have taken the Lord from the tomb, and we don't know where they put him." So Peter and the other disciple went out and came to the tomb. They both ran, but the other disciple ran faster than Peter and arrived at the tomb first. He bent down and saw the burial clothes there, but did not go in. When Simon Peter arrived after him, he went into the tomb and saw the burial clothes there, and the cloth that had covered his head, not with the burial clothes, but rolled up in a separate place. Then the other disciple also went in, the one who arrived at the tomb first, and he saw and believed. For they did not yet understand the scripture that he had to rise from the dead. This, of course, is the gospel for Easter and the resurrection of Jesus, which is, in a certain sense, an official stamp on whatever Jesus said or taught, especially about his resurrection. "No one will take my life from me. I will give it away freely, and I will take it up again." And then also to certain Jews, when they spoke about the temple, he said, "See this temple? I will destroy it, and in 3 days I will rebuild it." And of course he was talking about the temple of his body, about his resurrection. And so the fact that he rose from the dead is an official stamp on all he said and did. It doesn't come into this gospel which I just read, but if you should continue to read the Gospel of John, chapter 20, the story of Mary of Magdala comes next. And she stayed outside the tomb weeping, even though the disciples and the others, they all returned home. She had such great love for Jesus. And as she wept there, she bent down into the tomb and saw 2 angels in white sitting there, one at the head and one at the feet, where the body of Jesus had been. In the beginning, all they knew was that the stone was removed and the tomb was empty, and that perhaps someone had stolen the body. But the angel said to them, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said, "They have taken my Lord away, and I don't know where they laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus there, but did not know that it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She thought it was the gardener, and she repeated it, that they had taken him away. And then, in a way that only Jesus could say, and that she would recognize, he said, "Mary." And with that, she realized it was not the gardener. It was Jesus himself. And in Hebrew, she said, Rabboni. Rabboni, which means teacher. And so you see various things here in this gospel. And if we read on, Jesus appears later to his apostles and he says, "Peace be with you." And he says, "As the Father sent me, I send you." In other words, I came to bring peace, peace of the heart, peace within families and in the world. But first we must have peace of conscience, a good conscience, and trust and spread it to others. But that, of course, comes after a good conscience and trust. So we can see in this gospel, and what goes beyond this gospel, the act of faith. Lord, I do believe. Increase my faith. We see the need, as in through Mary Magdalene, the need of perseverance. She stayed at the tomb when everybody else left. And finally, the message of peace, not as the world gives, which is through violence and war, but the peace that Jesus gives, which is of the heart, and which goes out to the world from each person's heart. Faith, perseverance, and peace. The Lord bless you. Give you these blessings, increase them in your heart, and may you enjoy the beautiful feast of Easter.